I think we're all aware of the saying, you are the average of the 5 closest people to you. And so we all understand how important it is to have really good people in our corners, not only those that'll encourage you, but those that'll continuously raise the bar in terms of what's expected from you. But I feel like what gets missed too many times that people don't talk about is, how do you find those good people? And so that's what we're going to be breaking down in this video in 4 simple steps. Number 1, recognize the negativity. You need to take a deep and honest look at the people closest to you and ask yourself this: how many of these people actually make me want to be a better human being? How many of these people encourage to support my biggest dreams? How many of these people get genuinely excited for me when I share with them good news? How many of these people pick me up when I'm down? How many of these people keep me accountable even when it's really uncomfortable? 3 of them? 2? 1? None? Genuinely, you need to be doing this with me right now, because you must protect your mental space. You must treat it like it's your child. You must treat it like it's the most precious, most innocent, most valuable thing that you possess, because to be frank, it is. Everything stems from a healthy mental space. The way that you interact with the world stems from a healthy mental space. You know what the biggest killer of a healthy mental space is? Negative people. Negative people will suck up the energy of every single person in a room the moment they walk into it. Because negativity is so powerful, it is so influential, but high value people like yourself are cognizant of it. They recognize it, they identify it. So that must be step number 1. Number 2, remove yourself from the negativity. You see, if your friends are constantly making jokes about your future, if they tell you that your goals are a little bit too ambitious and that you'll never get there, if they constantly laugh at you starting new endeavors, if they say that your first few social media posts were really cringy and to stop acting like an influencer, don't laugh. Don't smirk. You're just encouraging that negative, toxic behavior. Now, look them dead in the eye. Don't cower. And say this: just watch. Just watch. You don't got to be nasty back to them. Just say, just watch. Because they have absolutely no idea what's inside of you. They have no idea what you're capable of. They have no idea how far you are willing to go. They have no idea that you're willing to outwork not only them, but everyone else in that group. They have no idea. And if they can't believe in you, they are only holding you back. You must remove yourself from the negativity. Number 3, you gotta be alone for a little while. And I know that you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, because you tuned into this video to try to figure out how you can finally be surrounded by good people. And now I'm telling you that you gotta be alone. Well, I can reassure you that being alone doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. So let me break this down for you. With the new time, energy, and space that'll be available to you once you remove yourself from the negativity, it's your responsibility to utilize those 3 things to develop the skills that become the foundational pieces of the dream lifestyle that you've always wanted. And so you've always wanted to learn marketing and social media. This is your opportunity to do that. You've always wanted to learn how to code and how to develop an app. This is your opportunity to do that. You've always wanted to become a model. This is your opportunity to do your headshots and to reach out to agencies. This is also your opportunity to develop your mental, to get in touch with your inner dialogue. And you do that through things like meditation, journaling, and prayer. It's your opportunity to figure out what your purpose is. This is also your opportunity to try and develop your most prime physical condition. Because in all those endeavors, in all those pursuits, it'll be leading you to the highest, most attractive version of you. But you see that was a lot. It's impossible to do all of those things if you're constantly being distracted by the negativity in your life. And that's why it was important to first remove yourself from it. And right now is not the time for you to be on social media looking at other people's lives, because it's really hard not to develop FOMO when you're constantly swiping through people's stories and their posts as they brag about how great their lives are. Even if we deep down know that's not entirely true, it's still really hard not to develop FOMO. I think we've all experienced this before. And that's why I always suggest that it's better to not even allow yourself to be exposed to those things in the first place if you can help it. And in this case, you can help it. Unfollow your old friends, leave them in the past. And if that's too big of a step for whatever reason, at least mute their stories and their posts, because right now it's the time for you to be so focused, so dialed in, so in love with your own self-discovery journey that you don't have the time nor the energy nor the desire to be looking at what other people are doing. And now, number 4, you become the magnet in which like-minded people come together and grow. This is the fun part. This is the community that all of you guys have been searching for. This is all to say that sometimes it's not about constantly going out into the world and spending your precious time and energy searching for the things that you want. Sometimes it's best to reinvest that time, energy back into you and to have done the work on yourself so that you attract the things that you want. And now hopefully the order in which these steps were outlined is starting to make a little bit more sense, because if you hadn't done the work on yourself prior in step 3 before building the community in step 4, you'll run into 2 problems. Number 1, you might not even know what you're looking for in a high value individual that you want as part of your community. Because if you hadn't done the work prior yourself, how could you possibly know what it really takes to get there? And we've just taken the last several minutes speaking about what it takes to get there, so we know that it's a lot. And if you can't see past the lies of people as they pretend to be someone that they're not, you might bring them into your life. And if you give them enough time, they'll show their true colors. But by then, it might be a little bit too late, because you'll analyze all the time that you had with them leading up to them showcasing their true colors. And you'll recognize the fact that they've been doing a whole lot more subtracting to your life than adding to your life. And number 2, if you are lucky enough to stumble across high-value individuals in your search, you might not be able to sustain those relationships for long. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, those high-value individuals are very aware of the physical, the mental, the spiritual work that it took for them to get to the place that they're currently at. And they want other high-value individuals in their lives to continue to build on everything that they got going for them, right? Now, the problem lies here in the fact that if you're the one lying about who you are, if you're the one putting on a mask, whether it's intentional or unintentional, and this is just some subconscious thing that you're doing, they'll be able to sniff that out rather quickly. Give them enough time and they'll be able to identify that. And they'll probably leave the relationship, because it's not their responsibility to build you up from scratch if you're not adding value to the community that they're trying to build. Now, being the magnet in which like-minded people come together and grow does not mean that you can just sit in your room and do nothing and just wait for people to come knocking on your door, asking about the community that you're building. Of course not. This is also the time for you to intentionally put yourself in environments that you know other high-value individuals will likely be at. So if you're a student, this is your time to join clubs that share similar values and passions as you. If you're outside of school, this is your time to join workshops or seminars that again share similar values and passions as you. And it's in those environments that you will do the attracting. It's in those environments that you will be the magnet, right? That builds the communities that you're looking for. Because you would have done the work already in steps 1, 2, and 3 on yourself leading up to that point, you'll just be carrying yourself differently. You'll just be speaking differently. You'll just be having a posture that's different from everyone else's. You'll just be radiating a level of confidence that other people are just naturally gravitating towards. And now this, again, is the opportunity for you to build a community, not just of friends that you can go out to drink with or to party with. These are friends that will keep you accountable when it's really uncomfortable. These are the people that you can call up when things are going really hard in your life, and they can actually help you and empathize and plan your next steps moving forward. And you know that they have your best interest in mind. I really do believe when we're looking for the right people, when we're looking for good people, these are the types of people that we're looking for. Now that should wrap up how to find good people. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' comments and responding to all of them and having that interaction like we always do. I've been really loving doing this, and hopefully this can help you in your journey in terms of reaching your full potential, because you deserve nothing less. I love you all.